And this is Joseph Darling from the Men of High Value channel. Today we're going to talk about virginity for men. I had that video yesterday and I thought I would follow that up with this one. And the reason why I bring it up is because there is a problem of promiscuity in the world today. And that promiscuity usually is in terms of women, or at least that is what we believe. That is, women are being sluts, women are doing this, women are doing that, and they're so easy and da 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 da. And hey, a lot of the time it's true. However, remember, we as men are the ones who create society. We as men are the ones who create civilization or non-civilization. We as men have the power to have a high standard or a low standard of what we expect from ourselves, but also from the people around us, and also from the women in our lives and from our children. So it becomes extremely important for us to realize, like I mentioned yesterday, that if men took their own virginity seriously, there would be no problem among women. Now, of course, women would have other guys. There will never be all of the guys completely fulfilling every single rule of the book, because men are feminine. When they're feminine, they don't follow the book. When they're feminine, they go according to their emotions and their desire for sex, and they're trying to fulfill it, and they're ejaculating all the time and getting women pregnant and giving people STDs and whatever else is going on in this world today. It's not okay. And we as men can at least prevent the women in our lives from being dated, have had sex with, and then left behind, either because we were losers and they left, or because we felt that they weren't really good enough for us and we left. This type of relationship, this type of one-way sexual rejection that is happening in the world today is not acceptable. It is not acceptable for the civilization that we're trying to create. Because if you're honest, you will look at yourself and you'll think about society, and you're gonna be like, I would rather marry a woman who has as few sexual partners as possible, preferably a virgin. And if you don't have that, it's because you are not masculine. It's because you have not set a higher standard for what you accept in your life. And you're basically accepting whatever else you can get. So let me tell you some stories. So I've got one. There's one guy who was a client of mine a while back, and we came to a kind of a stop in our client coach relationship. And I was trying to understand why. Like, what is it that didn't really function? And we came to the conclusion that it was the set of values and our definition of manhood, what it truly means to be a man, meaning a masculine man. And from what I discovered is that he didn't really want to get rich. He'd rather do the hobbies or the things that he loved to do that didn't really pay well. Okay, that's fine. However, in my opinion, it's important to get rich. And it's also important to desire to create abundance. It's also important to learn business, to learn sales, and to learn how to lead others. If you don't do that, then you're being feminine. If you're masculine, you will want to lead others. You will want to develop your leadership. You'll want to get rich. You'll want to desire abundance, because you know, as a rational man, as a masculine male, when you create abundance, you're creating abundance for every single person around you. That was one thing. He basically settled. In the same way a lot of guys out there are settling because they're saying, I just want to have sex with someone. Please, like, if there's a girl out there who I can have sex with, that'd be really nice. Yeah. Is that masculine or feminine? You decide. Second of all, he had an issue with my views on a high standard when it came to his dating. So when I talked to him, I'm like, you can get a 10x babe. You can get like an amazing woman. You just have to do the certain steps, follow the steps that I'm telling you, and you can get a babe, right? Who has low sexual partner count. It is flippin' possible. And he was like, you know, it doesn't really matter to me if she's a babe, like if she's actually really beautiful. It would be nice, just as it would be nice to have money, but it's, I just want someone to love me. I just want a woman to love me. Again, feminine. And I'm not doing this to diss the guy, okay? I thought this guy was very awesome. Every time I wrote to him asking why and things like that, he'd always respond, we're good friends, we're great friends, and maybe he'll watch this video as well. I don't know. But it's important. Case study in what is going on. He was raised feminine, has not transferred over to masculinity yet, has never managed to conquer the 90-day no masturbation rule, okay? The 90-day reboot thing. So he ends up remaining in his femininity and believing that the thoughts that he's having, being in that femininity, is bringing him happiness long term. No, he might be doing good right now, but he's not doing good because he's got petty small little problems that are not the ones he desires to have, if that makes sense. And he's not attracting bigger problems. The ones that are actually going to give him the abundance that he desires, the rewards that he desires, the woman that he desires, and the life that he desires. Really, it would be nice if I could get that, but I don't think it's important. I don't think everyone has to do that. I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about you guys who are on this channel, who desire personal development, who desire to become leaders, who don't settle, who refuse to settle. You want the best, okay? You are put on this planet for a reason, and you can choose either to drop behind in the development phase of things and the evolution of things, or you can be the one that creates the pace. You can be the one that actually goes ahead in front of the entire flock, is 10 or 20 years in advance of everyone else that's coming after, and setting the vision, setting the pace, being the leaders that create civilization. That's what we want you on this channel to become. So that was the one example. Another example is also a client that I've had, and he was telling me about how there's this girl who they had a breakup a few months ago, and he really liked her, but he wasn't sure if he wanted to be with her forever because like she was cute and beautiful and all, but he really misses her. Like he really misses her. But you know what, we kind of came to the conclusion of what it was? He hasn't mastered the 90 days. He's still struggling with semen retention. He's got a lot of stress in his life. He's got a lot of projects, a lot of things going on. And we figured out that he just desires comfort. He just desires someone to kind of hold and to have sex with and to just be there for him. And then he could hopefully be there for her. And no, you haven't completed the 90 days, bro. You gotta get through those 90 days, reboot that system, and figure out that you actually didn't need a woman as much as you thought. Exactly. So, what does this mean? Well, think about it. I wrote in the description of the video yesterday something that wasn't clear in the video, and I'm gonna state it right now. If we can get 1 million men of high value to decide to not have sex outside of their long-term committed relationship, finding a woman that they truly desire to be with forever and ever. They exist, okay? If you just do not do that, you are going to save at least 5 to 20 million notch counts that you will have put on other women. Okay, so if 1 million men who maybe, if they didn't decide on the task of celibacy for a period of time, the task of remaining virgins, or the task of just saying, I'm not going to do it anymore until I found my long-term committed partner, you will have prevented the increased notch count of 5 to 20 million women if 1 million men do that. Because I'm thinking guys who are in their prime between the ages of 16 and 50, okay, there's going to be a lot of sexual partners going on there. For most guys who start applying the principles that I'm talking about, business and being able to understand the woman and being able to have sex with whoever they want. Like 5 to 20 girls that they sleep with throughout those 30 years or 40 years or whatever it is. Yeah, that's kind of moderate, okay? Like, literally, if me and the guys who are kind of in my circle would decide we're going to be players, we're going to have sex with as many women as we desire, which I would never do at this point in time once I understood the woman, once I understand what is going on in society today. If we had decided to be players, we would be able to sleep with dozens of women, if not hundreds. Do you understand? Once you understand this stuff, it becomes very dangerous for the women who are out there, okay? And that's the reason why I'm bringing this up again and again and again on the channel right now, is for you to be okay with being a virgin, for you to be okay with having a low notch count yourself, for you to remember that it doesn't make you a man to go around sleeping around with a bunch of girls. It doesn't make you a man to go around spilling your seed and ejaculating all the time. It doesn't make you more of a man to spread your wild oats. In fact, it makes you less of a man. It makes you feminine. A lot of people are saying, no, but throughout history and evolution, men, they need to spread their seeds, and that is what makes us men, is the fact that we actually, go and have sex with a woman, and then we go and have sex with another woman, and we have sex with another woman. No. Remember, just as we were feminine in the womb, and we were feminine in our childhood, those cavemen and all those animals that we came from, okay? If we're gonna believe in evolution, which, it's probably what happened, who knows? They were feminine, and they made their women masculine from burdening them and not understanding crap about life and about the universe, or about life in general. Okay? We've come to a different point in time now where men are the ones who have high standards for themselves. They lead themselves, they're in complete emotional control, and they understand that the world will become a better place if they just save themselves from burdening more and more women with their sexual escapades. Man, if men could understand this one, the world would become a much, much beautiful place to be. Start with semen retention. Don't trust your mind and what you think you want and desire and what you think will make you happy if you have not completed a 90-day full semen retention, no sexual escapades, nothing for 90 days. Okay? If you are in a relationship, maybe you should try it with your wife. Have 90 days where you don't have sex at all. Yeah, try that. I've done that right now. My wife has been without me for almost 3.5 months now. She needs it, okay, right now, and I'm fine. I'm actually fired up being without her, but I'm, at the same time, of course, we'd want to come back together again and for life to be wonderful, and we're getting to that point. But this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Trust me. Again, this is only celibacy for a short period of time. Semen retention 90 days. Build a team. Show that you can lead yourself, with energy management and with controlling yourself, and controlling your schedule and doing the things that need to get done. Building a business, leading others, leading a team. Once you've proven that and you've set up yourself financially, then let's start understanding the woman. Let's start understanding the game. Let's start understanding how to create an amazing life, an amazing family with amazing children. And I'm right there to help you guys if you want my help. And let's make it happen, guys. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.